Hey guys, what up? It's Goose TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden Mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, we're doing our annual All Eggs Revealed What is in the Eggs video. Always one of my favorite videos to make every single year. It's my one video where I do a little bit of clickbait. I usually try not to, but I always do it with this video every single year. Although it's not entirely clickbait, we're going to be going over predictions and some special info on the eggs that hopefully you guys can make decisions on what you might be going for with these eggs, if you're going to go for them or not. We're going to be going over all that stuff in this video today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's try to get this video to 200 likes. So, first of all, I'm making this video pretty early. This is only day 3 of the promo, and the eggs are going to open in a little bit over a week. So, there's probably going to be more information to come out here. So, I've been kind of skeptical about actually making this video because usually they come out with a little bit more information on what's inside of them, and maybe I can just make a second video, but I'll have to see. But for now, this is what we've got to work with. We've got some information on what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be talking about, and like I said, the one thing with the information that I want to talk about is the fact that last year with Ultimate Freeze, they ended up coming out with a video, or they actually ended up coming out with a guide telling you pretty much what eggs to go for if you want X, Y, and Z. So, you know, if you want Masters, or if you want like old players, you go for these. If you want collectibles, you go for these. So I kind of hope they don't do that this year, because A, it takes away the fun of it, and B, I'm making this video and I don't want to, people are going to miss out on the info. But if that kind of stuff comes out, I will do my best to make a second video or mention it in like Madden Mobile Monday if it comes out before then, or some video I'll try to mention it. So I will say that. So first of all, the eggs are very hard to get this year. They are worked a little bit differently. You're using the same kind of items as you're using for Masters, and you can really only get one of the massive eggs free to play, maybe 2, and other than that, you've got a couple other eggs. So we're not going to have a lot of eggs to open this year. But basically the way that the eggs work is that they are 3 tiers. There's tier 1 is going to be egg 1 through 3, tier 2 is going to be egg 5 through 8, and tier 3 is going to be egg 9 through 12. And then we also have a daily egg that we're going to be getting every single day for 10 days up until Easter. We get this egg and we are able to redeem that, and it's going to be have some sort of prize on Easter when those open. So that's pretty cool. We get that kind of daily thing. But yeah, so eggs are definitely pretty hard to get this year. They are a grind, and I'm going to do my best to try to get as many as I possibly can. First of all, my goal is I'm almost at a tier 3 egg, and then after that I'm going to try to get every other tier 2 and tier 1 egg just to kind of have it and see what we can get. And then if I have any leftover stuff, which I'm guessing I probably won't, we'll probably just stick with one tier 3 egg, because I want to have at least some sort of variety to open, you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to try for my video. So that's what you should be expecting when we open those up. So if you want to see how to get eggs and kind of talk about that kind of stuff, I made a video yesterday, so make sure to go check that out. But today we're talking about what might be inside of the eggs. So one thing to note is the costs of these sets. First of all, these sets all correspond to different sets in the Easter promo. For example, the tier 1 egg is 191 overall X Factor and 15 candy badges, and that is the same price as a 91 overall Bittersweet or Sour Kings player, so 91 plus player from Sugar Rush. Then the next set is 391 plus Sugar Rush players and 12 candies, and that is the exact same set as a 94 overall player, 94 plus, it goes all the way to 97 from Sour Kings or Bittersweet, so at the same thing. And then the tier 3 egg is the exact same cost as a 99 master, literally the exact same requirements. So that brings up a little bit of a conversation. So first of all, it's a disclaimer that eggs, it's not always the best thing to do. If you are really trying to get the best team and you're not trying to have fun with it, eggs aren't going to be your best way to do it. I think masters are definitely the best thing to go for. If you want a guaranteed 99 overall card, you want good cards, you want to make coins, and like I said, you want to guarantee some good stuff, Masters are 100% a good option. I think they're easy to get this promo, 1 or 2 free to play, and like I said, the eggs are just a chance. Like there's gonna be good stuff in them, but there's no guarantees of 99 overall stuff and everything like that. So Nick Messina is our community manager. He was talking about this a little bit. For the most part, I think they made the contents of these eggs at least worth it. So you kind of get back what you put in. So you're not gonna put in like almost a 94 requirement and just get a couple 91s. Like it's probably going to be a bunch of stuff that is worth it, but it's very hard to to calculate worth, and I understand that. So it's pretty difficult, but that is something to note, is that you're probably not going to get extra unless you get pretty lucky. Now, we will probably have Crystal Legends coming. If we're being real, we'll probably have Crystal Legends coming this week. Probably Thursday would be my guess in the coming soon section, so make sure to stay tuned for that, because we should have a lot of different stuff in there. But I'm expecting to have Crystal Legends and eggs. We had them last year, and then Nick did mention that there will be chances of 99 overalls in the tier 3 eggs, and like I said, I don't think that would be a master. I'm guessing that's just going to be the Crystal Legend cards. Now, probably the chances of that are pretty rare, but that is just something to note, that we probably will have chances of getting that kind of stuff in these tier 3 eggs, but that's the tier 3, and like I said, you're only definitely able to get like 1, maybe 2 if you're spending resources of these free to play. Now, I'm spending a little bit of man cash here and there on some of the stuff, trying to get as much as I possibly can for a video. Like I said, I wish I could get more than 1 tier 3, but I think I'm just going to stick with 1 and kind of go on some of the lower overall stuff and then kind of see where I'm at from there. Now, this is something that I found last Easter, and I've been doing it for every single mystery box kind of thing. We had the Easter eggs last year, we had the 4th of July fireworks, we had the Christmas presents, and now we're right back to Easter. On Root Tools, I have a subscription where I have access to the Madden Mobile 21 Encyclopedia, where they have a lot of data on the game and that kind of stuff. And in this is sometimes some different information about what could be inside the eggs, at least its pack contents. It doesn't tell us what is inside of them, but it gives us odds and like number of cards. It's kind of confusing, but let me show you. So for example, here is the first tier. There's 4 different eggs in the first tier. So the pack name is obviously which egg it's going to be, and the only other ones you're looking at are the 3 on the right, the pick num, the num cards. The card set chance I think is not correct, and I will tell you why in a second, but basically the pick num and the num cards are really what you're looking at. I actually just realized this after the video, so real quick, if you look at the 2 columns next to description, it looks like selectable and selection and selection count. So the ones that have a 1 in the selectable column, that means there are selectable items in the pack. When we get to some of the tier 2s and the tier 3 eggs, you will see that they have some of the different selections. So the ones that have 1 in the column mean there's a selection, 0 there's not, and the one next to it is the selection count, how many different cards you're going to be able to select out of those different collectible slots. So I forgot to mention that, thought I'd throw that in here. Pick num means the item in the pack. So for example, Sugar Rush Egg 1, there is only going to be 1 item that you get, and it's going to be 1 card, and it looks like you get that 100% of the time. So in Egg 1, it's just 1 card, and you're getting that no matter what. So that is what that is. It's not necessarily like a specific card. It could be like a 91 plus Sugar Rush player. Like it very well could be that, even though it's really not amazing, because you're trading in some different stuff here for already, you could trade this in for a Sugar Rush player here. So, but I feel like that could definitely be it. And then for Egg 2, we see it a little bit different. You see how there's pick num 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's also 4 different little slots for Egg 2 there, and it says there's 1 card for each of those. So that item is probably maybe a player or a voucher or something like that. Once again, usually the card set chance has a bunch of different chances of pulling different stuff. I know that happened for the presents, so that is the one thing that kind of sucks. We can't see that. I'm guessing, like I said, that hasn't been updated or that hasn't been encrypted or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how that stuff works, but usually there's odds, and it looks like there aren't odds unless everything is 100% guaranteed, which it's usually not. So I'm guessing that's probably off in some way. You can see that Egg 3 has 3 different possibilities to pick 1, 2, and 3, and one of them is going to have 3 different cards in the same slot, or at least 3 of the same item. So it also could be like 3 Sugar Rush players or 3 X Factor players. It's not necessarily all 3 in one slot. And then Egg 4 looks like it has 5 different possibilities of items, and one of them has 20. I'm guessing that's got to be some sort of candy badge or some sort of badge maybe we don't even have yet. Maybe it's like crystal shards if we have those kind of things. So that is the first tier. The second tier, as you can see here, Egg 5 also has the 1 item. So 1 item, 100% chance of that. Egg 6 has 4 different items potentially. One of them has has 4 in them, and the rest have just 1. Like I said, could be a bunch of players, could be collectibles, but I don't think we'd have that many collectibles, or that little collectibles in one kind of group, if that makes sense. Egg 7 is 1 item, but there's 4 of them, so maybe it's like 4 X Factor players or 4 Sugar Rush players. Reminder that these are the tier 2 eggs, which give us that are basically worth equivalent of a 94 to 97 Sugar Rush player, so that's something to note right there. And then egg 8 also has 5 possibilities, and one of them has 2 items, the rest have just 1. Maybe they are all 100% chance. Maybe there's not even any odds of them off. I'm not exactly sure. So here's the final tier. It's a little bit out of order. You can see below 10, there's egg 9. Once again, only 1 item, but there's 8 of them. And this is a tier 9, or this is a tier 3. So we're going to have 8 of something really good in the top tier. And it's usually like all the same kind of thing. So that's pretty interesting. I'm actually very interested to see what that's going to be. 10, it looks like there's going to be 6 different possibilities here. 1 with 5 cards, and then a bunch with just single 1. Could be vouchers, could be things like that. Egg 11 looks like it has 3 possibilities. It looks like they are going to have, 1 has 2, and then the rest just have 1, and then egg 12 also has 3. 2 of them have 4s, and then 1 has 1. So that's pretty interesting right there. And then the daily egg also looks like it has 5 different possibilities, or 5 different slots. One of them is going to have 3 different collectibles or items in the same slot, and then the rest just have 1. So that is what you should be expecting out of eggs. Like I said, it's nothing very specific, but it's stuff we can use kind of to make estimates, like the one with 20. That's obviously probably going to be some sort of badge or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Another small little thing that this is absolutely in eggs, on Root, whenever they upload like the new promos and stuff, they add any new collectibles, and whenever we have the eggs or whatever, they always have some collectibles that they added with the promo, some vouchers. So as you can see here, there's some very small vouchers, but there's also some massive vouchers. Small amounts of coins, there's some tablets. 3,400 tablets is massive. 200,000 training points, 100,000 coins. Those are some that I think you should definitely be expecting in the eggs, whether that be, I feel like that's like, some of those are tier 1, some of those tier 2. I feel like the training points could definitely be tier 2, maybe the coins tier 1. Not exactly sure. It's pretty tough. It's still not like worth it, but and then some 10,000 training points. So those are some different things. But other than that, we're not exactly sure. We could also go back and look at like Ultimate Freeze presents and how those worked. There were a lot of selectables. I believe on these, there's not many selectables. It usually shows you a couple of them. I think there is like 1 or 2 that might be somewhat selectable. But other than that, it's not going to be, there's not too much going on like the selectable wise. But Ultimate Freeze, some of the grand eggs in the top, or the presents, the big presents, the stuff that were kind of in those, it was more like 91, 92 players. It was kind of the good diamond players at the time, as well as collectibles, and you had a selection of them. But once again, we are kind of higher up now, and these eggs are definitely harder to get than I think the giant presents. So it's a little bit difficult, it's a little bit different, but I'm very excited. Let me know your thoughts, your predictions on the egg. If you think I nailed this on the head, or if I missed some stuff, let me know in the comments below. But other than that, we don't have any more information. Today's post notification shout out goes out to JG. Be the first person to comment on a video for the next video's post notification shout out. But anyways, guys, that's just about it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Goose TV, and I'm out. I will see you guys later.